my fellow comic book collectors, this is part 4 of this unboxing, and it's all these books. I think for the most part, after this part, it's going to be all slabs. Pretty much all slabs. Because I generally buy more slabs than I do raw books if I can. Like if I can get a book, especially a Golden Age book, and I get it slabbed, I prefer that way because I know what the grade is. I have a little bit more certainty of what I'm dealing with in terms of the book and what the value of it is. I'd be curious, what do people think? Do you like your book slabbed or unslabbed? Put it in the comments below, but let's get into the unboxing. So we're going to start out with some books that, this unboxing has shown a lot of big books. Pretty much every part so far, I've shown some pretty big books. And I will be showing some big books in this one, but we're going to start off a little light. We're going to start out with the slab, but it's a great slab. It's just a cute slab. It's just like this one. I just got this for a really great deal, and I just thought it was a really great cover. So that's why I picked it up. I was like, oh, wow, that's so cool. This is Grimm Fairy Tales Presents Alice in Wonderland #2. It's in a 9/8, and it's just this really great sexy good girl art cover. I'm gonna take it out of the plastic so you can see it a bit better. And this was limited to 500 copies, but just a fun good girl art cover. I just thought it was really cool. So that's how we're starting. We're starting out with some sexiness. You gotta have some sexy girls at the very beginning of the video. Bring in the audience. Okay. And next book, I have no idea. It's a raw book. Oh. Excuse me. Is wow, as I lose my voice, is Captain Marvel #18. And this is the first appearance of the Supreme Accuser. I think she's kind of like the sister of Captain Marvel. And she has this mace. Now, there was some speculation that she's going to be appearing in the Marvels movie. So this is her first appearance. So Captain Marvel #18. And I'll leave that. Here. And then we got The Fly. What number is this? I think it's like 15 or something like that. This is the first cover appearance of Fly Girl. That's the only reason I picked it up, just to get her first cover appearance. She makes her first appearance in the issue earlier than this, one issue earlier. So we got, and this was an Archie character, The Fly. Just a kind of a fun little title. My friend Collecto6, Steve Gentner, was the one that got me into collecting this. So, hey, I thought it was cool. Get the first cover appearance of Fly Girl. Yeah. Okay, now we're getting into more slabs. Okay. Some of these are just cover buys, and I think this next one, it kind of fits that category of just really great covers. So we got that first one I showed, and this is another one that was just a really great, very affordable 9/8 slab. Let's see if I can get it out. Okay. One sec. You can put a sticky on it. So we got Catwoman #46, and the reason I picked this up was I've been collecting Darwin Cook lately. So this is a nice Darwin Cook cover with Tweety and Catwoman, and this is Catwoman 46, the variant cover by Darwin Cook. Now, Darwin Cook is kind of an interesting artist. He's a Canadian artist. He died young. He was in his early 50s. Died of cancer. an aggressive form of cancer from what I read. But I really enjoy his artwork, and it's just sad that he didn't get to create more. I really do enjoy his artwork. Very similar to Bruce Timm in my mind in terms of his style. So Darwin Cook variant cover for Catwoman number 46. Okay, now we're going to get into some bigger books, much bigger. Okay, so the first one. This was a collection that I bought from a guy on Instagram. Actually, this is a big, right off the bat, one of the bigger ones from what he sold me. This is, he must have bought, he bought it from Heritage. That's kind of funny. This is Whiz Comics number 3, kind of. This is actually Whiz Comics number 3, and you'll see it says Whiz Comics number 3, 2. They titled it number 3, but it's actually Whiz Comics number 2. So this is actually the second appearance of Captain Marvel, right there. So that guy, his second appearance. So this is a very big book. I negotiated quite a lot to get this book down. He wanted basically twice what I was willing to pay. I negotiated it down. But it is restored. Restoration includes color touch, pieces added, tear seals reinforced. So it would be considered moderate to excessive or extreme or excessive. I don't know what is extensive. That's the word I was looking for. Restoration. And it's C4, which means that it's extensive and amateur. So not the greatest form of restoration, but I'm just happy to have this book. This is the second appearance of Captain Marvel. I know it's not his first, but his first appearance is insanely expensive. Still, this one is an expensive book, but it is, it's great to have. So let me take it out of the plastic so you can see it a bit better, maybe, because this is a pretty great book, and it doesn't show that bad. I wish somebody didn't draw on his on his Thunderbolt, but Lightning Bolt, I should say. Yeah, it's just a great cover. So yeah, Captain Marvel's second appearance in Whiz Comics number 2. Second time you see him. Okay. And there's no way I'm going to get that in, so I'm going to put it up here. Okay, so that's the first one. And basically I bought a bunch of stuff from this one guy. He had a pretty great claim sale. And I liked some of the books that he had. This was another one I really liked. This is a L.B. Cole cover. I just thought it was a great cover. This is Top Love Stories number 5. It's just a really great good girl art cover, swimsuit cover by L.B. Cole. Now you got to be careful when buying these ones or anything from this era, because sometimes you'll get like these accepted ones where it's a reprint. This is the original. So just so you know. This is from Starr Publications from 1951. Now Starr Publications was actually owned by L.B. Cole. It was his own publication house. And what he would do often would be that he would get the rights to other comics, and he would basically reprint them, but then put on his own cover. So the covers would be unique, and it would be him that would do the artwork for them. And he would just do these amazing covers. So people collect these romance books for the L.B. Cole art. So something to look for. And they can go for quite a good amount of money, because L.B. Cole is a very sought after artist, and the kind of good girl art covers especially people go after. Okay. All right, this next one's a funny one. It's actually a really cool book. Let me see if I can get it out quickly. No, can't. Really doesn't want to get out. Okay. One sec here. Let's see if I can get it out. It's cool. Has one more bag to go. It's like really trying to stay in. But it's a really great one. I always wanted to get this one because it is such a funny thing. Okay. This is Batman 66. And this is a Golden Age Batman. And it is known as the Boner comic. So you get, it says, featuring Joker's comedy of errors. And it's, you know, it's got a great Joker cover. But it's known as the Boner comic because they mention the word boner so many times in it, which is kind of, who knows? I'm not sure if they knew the other meaning of boner, but it's kind of like excessively used, and it was kind of funny how they used it. But a boner can also mean, like, you know, a gaffe or a mistake. But they use it pretty often in this book, and that's why it's known as the Boner Batman. So this is Batman 66. You can see the back. Get these cool masks. I don't know. I've seen that ad before, actually. So this is Batman 66 from 1951. Okay. And next one. You really did a good job of protecting these books. Makes it hard to get them out. It's like, okay, oh, that didn't work. Okay, got it out though. Okay, this next one is a book that I'm trying to, like, I really like my good girls from the Golden Age. And one of the ones I really like is Lady Luck. And this is actually my favorite cover from the run of Lady Luck. So this is the last issue in the series. This is Lady Luck number 90. Now, the series didn't actually last that long. What happened was, I believe in, I think 86, I'm pretty sure. I think her first title was 86 or 87, somewhere around there. And basically, it was previously Smash Comics, and then it switched to being Lady Luck. And then it didn't last very long after that. It lasted only a few more issues. So this is Lady Luck number 90 from 1950. So just a really great Lady Luck. That's Lady Luck there in the green. Just a great good girl art cover. And that's kind of like her boyfriend, by the way. So yeah. So Lady Luck number 90. That's the last issue of that run. So I have the first and last issue of Lady Luck. Okay, next one. I'm gonna just rip this because it's just so annoying. Okay. Oh, and this is a big one. Actually, this was on one of my top 10 lists for hot comics of the Golden Age. This is Diary Secrets number 16. And this is just a classic Matt Baker art cover, good girl art cover. That's Matt Baker's artwork. And so it's from 1953. Cover is reprinted splash page from Wartime Romances number 12. So basically they just reprinted, like, he did a lot of the interior art for Wartime Romances, and the interior art was just phenomenal. So, you know, they realized, hey, we could actually use one of those interior panels to do cover, and that's what they did. This is, but it's Matt Baker cover, and this is a pretty sought after cover. These Diary Secrets, they are quite desirable. So this is a 3.5 Matt Baker cover. And that's Diary Secrets number 16. And the last book that I got from this guy in his claim sale. One sec if I can get it out. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is a big book. A very big book. Okay. One sec here. So there's certain books that are considered like to be like Grail books for the Golden Age, and this is one of them. And it's a Grail book for Jack Kamen, who's like a great Good Girl cover artist. He's the one that did the Blue Beetle behind me. The Blue Beetle, that's one of his famous covers. But this would be probably one of his Grail books for any of the books that he did. This is Brenda Starr, number 14. Now, actually, I debated about this book. There was actually another, this is a conserved grade. You can see conserved grade. But I debated about this one because there was 2 copies that I could have gotten. This was the slightly cheaper one, but it wasn't that much cheaper than the other one. So the other one that I could have gotten was a 4.5, which is a lower grade, but blue label. And they wanted, I think they wanted 3,000 to 4,000. I think it was like closer to 4,000. I negotiated this one down to 3. So it's still expensive. But what happened was I had to choose between the 2 books, which one I really wanted to get, because I really wanted to get this book in my collection. But the colors on this one were so much better. Normally, when you see this cover, her dress is really faded looking. I don't know, something about this book, it's often faded, and this one had the best colors. Now, this is a conserved book. The conservation includes cover reinforced, cover cleaned. But in the cleaning process must have brought out the colors a bit, because the colors are definitely sharp. Just a really great book. This is a classic bondage cover. You got the girl in the green dress, and she's like bound, and she's using like the handcuffs. It looks like a handcuff or something, or maybe a horseshoe or something, to bang on the radiator, SOS, to try to escape. And she looks like she's been through a few things. Her dress is all torn and stuff. So it's just a classic cover. Brenda Starr, number 14. And actually, I read a lot of these books. They're not the greatest stories. They're so-so. I didn't really like Brenda Starr, but I like the covers for Brenda Starr, if that makes sense. But this is Jack Kamen cover and classic bondage cover. Just a really highly sought after book. And Brenda Starr was just like a reporter, and like, you know, it was so-so stories. Not the best. Okay, that's it for this unboxing. I know it was a bit of a smaller one, but we'll do more in the next one. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next part, because it's going to get bigger and bigger books as we go along. Okay, thanks again for watching. Bye for now.